I wasn't whole, let's put it that way. And I thought that made me unique. I thought that everybody else on the trip had it together, and I was just like this, broken, you know, Christian dude. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the HYPE2TEACH podcast. I'm your host, Joel Nieto, the one and only HYPE2TEACH on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and every other social media platform that ever mattered. Sorry, I didn't know what to do with my hands for a second, and I don't really know where to look. I think the camera's here, but there's a red light over here, which is like my stop. Anyway, today's topic. Oh wait, what's up, everybody? Today's topic: the hype has returned safely back to America. Thank God. Now, has the hype's body clock adjusted back to normal? No, it hasn't. But that's okay, because I'm excited to be here. Now, first off, I want to start this video by saying thank you so much to all of you who helped get me to Romania. Anybody who donated money, no matter the amount, whether you paid cash, whether you went through the PayPal app, whether you participated in the GoFundMe, whether you did Venmo, whether you just gave me cash on the streets or a check, whether or not you bought a bowl of pot roast when I made it and sold it at my school, no matter how you participated in getting me there, I say thank you so very much. It couldn't have been done without you. And then all you guys who didn't participate financially, but you lent your prayer support towards me, I thank you sincerely. Me and the rest of the team, thank you. I know that Mr. McClendon, our pastor at our church, and whoever else was sending out a constant stream of prayer requests. Let me straighten this video out. Hold on a second. He kept sending out a constant stream of prayer requests from Romania, praise reports and all that stuff. So to everyone who prayed, thank you. Yeah, it was needed. So the purpose of this video is to just, first off, thank everybody, and also inform you of some stuff and tell you what all went on. Now, there's going to be plenty of videos later in the future about, what we did at Vacation Bible School, the things that, God, my hair's so long. Anyway, it's going to be, where was I? The Vacation Bible School, the young girls Bible study thing that the young ladies did with the girls from Ahabalunga, the village in which there's going to be a ton of videos about that stuff. We have a ton of interviews coming out. This video is just going to be a bird's eye view of everything that happened and the things that I thought were important. Where's my mic at? I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've recorded something, just me on camera. I'm all over the place, dude. Look at this watch. Can you see this? There is no glass and there are no more hands. My watch completely broke in Romania. Yo, if you don't make time for Romania, Romania will take the time from you. Anyway, so bird's eye view, what happened this year. One of the things that I wanted to keep an eye out for that struck me last year was how God works in the lives of those people who are going on a mission trip, the actual people who are serving and the Americans that are going. Last year, I asked myself, what's the point of a mission, right? And the response that I thought at the time was a mission trip is to bring the gospel to Romanians. Okay, simple. Not factually incorrect. They do need the gospel. But what I learned was that that's not what the mission field is. It's not bringing the gospel to Romanians. It's more than that, and I'll explain. Last year when I went, I was going through a super tough time in my life. I had been engaged at one point, and that whole thing had been given to the Lord, and there was a lot of, uncertainty in where my life was going, I guess, and just, hurt and just general whatever. And getting out of the country and serving God and just throwing myself into the whole thing just seemed extremely appealing, But I was by no means going into that trip completely healed, completely focused on, I wasn't whole, let's put it that way. And I thought that made me unique. I thought that everybody else on the trip had it together, and I was just like this, broken, Christian dude. What I found was at one of the meetings that I was at, I mentioned briefly that I was struggling with some stuff. And a lady on the trip, her name was Sean. She didn't go this time around. She came up to me and she was like, "Oh, hey, you make mention that something was going on in your life. I'd like to follow up with that, right? I'd like to, talk more about it." And, I'm so used to people in the church just being, nice, whatever. So I was like, okay, sure, yeah, we'll follow up about it. Didn't think too much of it. Later on that day, she comes and she's like, "Hey, I haven't forgot about it. You want to talk after dinner?" And I was like, "Oh," she followed up with it. Cool. Yeah, sure. I told her, and we went to eat. And after we ate, she followed up a third time. "All right, Joel, how about we go out to the balcony and we talk about what's on your heart?" And we did. And we spoke and we talked. And I just kind of laid my heart bare on the year I just had. And she did the same. Turns out I wasn't the only one who was hurting with things back home. I wasn't the only one who was feeling as if I wasn't whole. She was struggling with some issues. There was a diagnosis of cancer to somebody very close to her, and the two of us spoke, and we cried and we laughed, and I walked away going back to that question that I had earlier, which is, what is a mission trip? Remember, I thought a mission trip was to bring the gospel to Romanians. I said earlier that wasn't the case. The point of a mission trip, and what I kept my eyes open for this time around, was this. The point of a mission trip is to bring the gospel and the good news to anyone who needs it. If you're out there and some part of you is interested in our Romanian mission at Grand Parkway Church, or you're just interested in learning more, but you feel that you aren't whole, or you're not perfect, and the Lord can't use you, you're right on two of those three counts. You're not perfect. You may not be whole, but the Lord can definitely use you. Another question I'll get into in another video is, what does a missionary look like? And put simply, a missionary is someone who has a heart of obedience, who wants to go and serve their God. That's really it. Whether it's where you work or Romania or anywhere else. So if you have any questions, again, find us, find me. I'm Joel Nieto, the one and only HYPE2TEACH on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and every other social media platform that ever mattered. And find Tommy Hinson, and find Macy, whatever her face. Find Anna, find Avery, find Todd, find Ryan, find whoever else went on that trip. All right? And we'll tell you, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to be willing.